What is going on, everybody? DJ Minds here. Okay, so look, I am getting constantly asked during my live streams, is Diablo 4 better than Diablo 2? Is it more like Diablo 3? Is this the best Diablo game ever? And it's really difficult to answer this. And I want to say it's very difficult because the game just came out. And in fact, it technically didn't even come out. It's early access. But I am going to attempt to answer that question. But please do understand that making this video, it is just the 3rd of June, and my answer could change next week. It could change in a month, and it certainly, I'm sure, will change over the course of years, and we'll finally find out what the true potential with Diablo 4 is. But right off the bat, straight into it, Diablo 2, is it better than Diablo 2? I don't think it's fair to compare the two. I really don't. You have to understand, Diablo 2 came out, what, 2001? And we're in the year 2023. So can I really compare the two? I don't think it's a fair comparison. I genuinely do not think it's a fair comparison. I mean, Diablo 2 was 2D, right? I mean, you could say there's some aspects that were 3D to it, but it was pretty flat. You know what I mean? It's pretty flat like this, side to side. Before Diablo 2 Remastered, which is a masterpiece in itself, it was very difficult to see everything in Diablo 2. And I think, especially when you were a child playing that game, that nostalgia, I mean, can you really recreate that with Diablo 4? I have to say this. I am loving Diablo 4. Everyone that I know that has been in Diablo 2 OG is loving Diablo 4. Pretty much everywhere I go, everybody is loving Diablo 4. And coming into it, I thought that Diablo 4 would be like a mid game, right? Maybe upper mid at most. And this is admittedly my first playthrough. I was not fortunate enough to play the betas or the alphas or any of that due to work. So this is completely blind. I did not want to watch anybody stream or YouTube or lore or any of that. And I won't spoil anything too crazy in here, but please understand, to me, Diablo 4 is fantastic. I am loving it. Now, I just beat the story last night, and if I look tired, it's because I fucking am, because I have been no-lifing it, dude. I have been no-lifing Diablo 4, been helping out my friends. I've been just constantly living, breathing, eating Diablo 4. I have been just sleeping and hanging out with the family enough so my wife doesn't divorce me. But besides that, I mean, it has just been Diablo 4, Diablo 4. Like yesterday, not today. Finally, I got like 4 hours of sleep just before making this video. But yesterday, I got like 2 hours, maybe hour and a half of sleep. Was up for almost 48 hours. I don't know. It's been crazy, dude. It's been crazy, and I'm not complaining, and I think it was awesome. Now, as far as the story, this story is this story for me, to me, is the best Diablo story by far so far. And again, that could change. Maybe they'll mess it up at a later time, or maybe they'll even improve it. But I have to say, if you are looking for a game that is better than Diablo 2 or better than Diablo 3, it's certainly better than Diablo 3. Let me tell you that right now. It is 100% better than Diablo 3. Everything is better than Diablo 3. So yeah, that's on that part. But if you're looking for a game that's better than Diablo 2, I think you might be asking or thinking the wrong way, because if you want to relive your childhood, you can already do that right now with Diablo 2 Resurrected. And I don't know that a game ever will be able to give you that feeling of being 13 again, or 15 or 17, however old you were. I know I started playing when I was 12 years old. I remember the very first day that I played Diablo 2. I was the Amazon walking out there, spearing things. Ah, man, it was so good. And yeah, honestly, every person that I've spoken to, you know, my Diablo 2 channel, I mean, this YouTube channel has been Diablo 2 for maybe 8 years, right? So I've been making content way before Resurrected. I've been doing it when it was a dead game, when no one gave a shit about Diablo. I was there, and I can tell you, I know how Diablo 2 players are thinking. And there's going to be maybe 10 to 20% of them that they will not change their mind no matter what. The OG is the OG to the OG, and that's it. There is nothing else that matters. Blizzard North didn't make it, dude. To those people, dude, look, you're never going to be happy. I question if those people are even happy in their own lives, to be honest with you. But you'll never be able to change them. But to the other, like 80%, dude, everybody I've interacted with is loving it. I can't tell you how many people have come into my chat that said, dude, I wanted to hate Diablo 4 because Blizzard, you know, the reputation and all of these things. And again, I thought that this game would just be mid. And every person that I've seen and every person I've spoken to, even OGs, are really enjoying Diablo 4. And I think the real question is, what do you want from a video game? Do you want a game that you're just going to play for like a month or two and it doesn't have any microtransactions and it doesn't have any battle passes and there's no longevity to updates? Or do you want to be a part of something kind of like how World of Warcraft was when it launched? I unfortunately didn't get to play it, but believe me, growing up as a kid, I knew all about World of Warcraft. I knew how big it was. And I'm not saying for a fact that Diablo 4 will be that big, but I can certainly see how it will definitely touch in that realm for sure. And I could see people playing a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. I really think that Diablo 4 is going to be the next big game. And I think it's going to be strongly and highly supported. And that's simply because of this battle pass, man. They're selling you the game. They're going to get the monthly subscription off you. Some Timmy out there, tons of Timmys, in fact, are going to start buying cosmetics and all this shit. You're not going to see me doing that, but good, right? Let those people do that. Fuck them. Let them spend all their money, because you think about it, them spending all that money on those cosmetics, it's almost like you should encourage them to do it, because the more they spend, the more that corporate is happy. And if corporate's happy, buddy, guess what? We're going to get more expansions. We're going to get new characters. We're going to get new epic, maybe Ubers or dungeons. Or I saw this thing about the chickens, right? So you have the secret cow level. Looks like they're talking about making the secret chicken level. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm cool with it. Whatever at this point. I don't care, man. But I think you will truly enjoy Diablo 4. Now, a lot of people that I've been watching are skipping the cinematics, which I think is this, what do you mean? And I go into the stream, it's usually people who aren't like Diablo fans. And I'm like, dude, you enjoying Diablo? And they're like, oh, dude, it's good. I'm kind of confused on what's going on. And I'm like, okay, cool. So what'd you think of the cinematics? Oh, I skipped them all. Well, no shit. No shit, you didn't like you're confused. You're like, dude, what am I doing right now? Duh. Dude, the cinematics, I'm telling you, gave me goosebumps. Like, I thought about it all night. Right before I slept, I thought about it. When I used the bathroom, I thought about it. This is the thing, at least for me. Let me know what your experience has been throughout the story. And I'm not talking about watching one or two cutscenes. I'm talking about if you completed the game, man. This was a masterpiece. But for me, it was like this. The opening scenes, like the cinematics, just crazy. And then it slowed down a little bit, got crazy. And then you kind of like do all these missions and this bullshit, and then it gets fucking crazy. Like towards the end, dude, I mean crazy. And it just all comes together. And I was like this, bro. And it's not because I'm streaming. I'm just like, yo, what? You never have, I personally at least have never seen stuff like this. I mean, I can't believe some of the things that they did, that Blizzard did in 2023, and some of these cutscenes. I'm trying to keep it spoiler free for right now, but some of the gore, I was like, wow, this is risky. This is risky for Blizzard to be doing in 2023, and I love it. Some of this shit, like, dude, again, Diablo 2, I mean, super phenomenal OG, great cinematics. Go rewatch them, though. Compare them to some of these. And yes, you're going to have that awesome memory. But, dude, there's no gore like this. Some of this shit, I can't spoil it. It's so hard to not spoil it. But, dude, I'm telling you, some of the stuff is crazy. But again, I don't think it's a good idea to constantly live your life if comparing Diablo 2 to Diablo 4. They're both great games, and we'll see what happens with Diablo 4 long term, but I think this is certainly going to be a great game. And it's also another I think it's not fair to compare the two, because you must understand, I don't know how many of you played Diablo 2 since launch, but Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction were completely different in a sense, right? Lord of Destruction was like totally new level, right? And then they added Ubers, Annies, rune words, like so much content towards the end. And so you're really kind of, PvP always will be better, I think, in Diablo 2. We'll find out. I haven't got to do it in Diablo 4, but I would be shocked unless the clan thing is just so good in Diablo 4. I think Diablo 2 will always be better in your memory, at least, because you can't, again, compete with the nostalgic glasses. But I'm telling you, you're really going to enjoy Diablo 4. And I personally am just so refreshed. I am so excited because Diablo 1 was good. So they say. I was a little too young. I did go back and play it. Diablo 2 was just like, Diablo 3 was trash. And Diablo 4, they actually came back and made a masterpiece. And I think I'm so shocked. I'm so happy to finally be able to play a Blizzard game. Like, that's crazy to think about, right? Because Blizzard has always been the best of the best. Quality, satisfaction. You knew you were getting your money's worth, and you always have known with Blizzard games, at least in the old days, they would be good. They would take forever, but they would be good, and it was worth it, dude. Well, the Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, it didn't matter, man. They had the magic touch. And then they've been falling off lately, really bad. But then they finally came back, man. They came back and shocked the fucking world, and I love it. I'm having so much fun, bro. I can't remember the last time that me and all my friends from work, people, my old friends from the internet haven't spoken to or hit me up. People from Discord I haven't spoken to in years are hitting me up. Diablo 4, bro. Diablo 4. It's exciting. I'm seeing it everywhere. I see it at KFC. My kid got these gummy words in the advertisement. You know, it was like Diablo 4 was on the advertisement for gummy worms. I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm seeing it on posters. I'm seeing it on buses. It's fun. It's exciting. I'm 33. I'm an old, dying, middle-aged man, and I'm excited for something. And I feel like there's obviously tons of people excited for it, and that is cool, dude, because Diablo has not been at the forefront for a very, very long time, and it feels good. And I genuinely think you will enjoy this game. I would be shocked if you do not enjoy this game and you actually watch the cinematics and you come into it, you know, with an open mind instead of just constantly comparing it to Diablo 2. The thing is, these graphics look the way they do because it's a modern ARPG. And I think it feels more like Path of Exile to me. I've only put in like 300 hours in Path of Exile, but I kind of get Path of Exile to some extent, right? I feel like it's more like Path of Exile feely, but a better version of Path of Exile as far as the combat, right? It's very difficult to explain. I think even when I saw it, I was like, ooh, is this Diablo 3-ish? Ah, God. But when I'm playing it, I've never felt that. I've always felt like it was leaning more towards Path of Exiles, but very calm, right? Because Path of Exile, explosion, blah, 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 like the 4th of July, bro. Everywhere you go, just blowing up shit. It's like that, but it takes out all the bullshit explosions, or it calms it down, slows it down, and it feels like you have more control over the fight. You know, I don't think you'll ever have as much control as you did in Diablo 2, but we're not also in 2001, right? So technology has advanced. So I think I've rambled well over enough. It is 12 minutes in. If you're watching this video, I'm probably live on Twitch. Anytime you check Twitch, I'm probably live on Twitch. And these videos are more to come. My videos, or my opinion, may change. So please put in hashtag coffee if you made it there. Do check me out on Twitch, and let me know if you enjoyed this or what you think about it. Is it fair to compare the two? I love you all. Peace.